Amazing. Right. Tell me about both feet.
Our model of training takes the technique not only just in terms of introducing the exercises of Sanford Meisner, but puts them into real working situations and then develops it even further into situations or in terms of working with characters and text and other elements.
We're all really practical and we're all really invested in not just teaching a technique, but also teaching a technique that is real in the real world with real working actors.
We all bring different skills and experience to the training, but what unifies us is a love of the technique and a belief in where it can take an actor and the benefit it has to their craft.
I teach the Meisner technique because the change that I see in actors through training in this method, in finding what it means to be truthful, to be open, to be vulnerable, it's so exhilarating to see. It's so exhilarating to see an actor really connect and not pretend.
What's been really good about working with both feet and their approach is that, yeah, it's made sure that everyone's really settled with the basics, but then the way that is moved on to working with text and working in a rehearsal situation has just been so instinctive.
Applying the process onto text for me was quite important because I'd done quite a lot of the repetition and I couldn't quite understand where it would go.
It transforms the way I approach, in very simple terms, learning a script, actually. It frees me from the obligation to try and find too much significance or muster up too much significance for what's being said by my character here or there, because the person in front of me is what generates what I say. Ultimately.
The Meisner technique is the central spine and the main underpinning of our teaching with both feet, but we are aware that it's not the be-all and end-all. We're not autocratic that this is the only way to work, but it's a really good tool. We also bring in external teachers, so teachers of voice, teachers of movement, to work with the actors who train with us to enable them to have what I see as the two main elements of an actor: the emotional availability to deal with the text and the physical and vocal tools within which to convey that text.
The small class is really good because it means that you're not just sat there waiting for your turn for ages, but you're getting to work really regularly. But it's also, like, it is good watching other people work because you learn so much yourself when you're watching others. And like, I've never been able to watch a scene 3 or 4 times and still found it interesting every time you watch it, which the Meisner technique does do.
Everyone who trains with us will get individual attention, will get individual feedback, and should really see a development in their practice week upon week upon week.
The one thing I really like about both feet is that the training is aimed at professional actors, so the standard's very high when you come here.
The focus of both feet's training is that we work with professional actors, and the reason for this is that we feel that the Meisner technique is at its most effective when an actor has had a base level of training in stagecraft, and then we are able to layer on top of that something that gives them a tool that enables them to be truthful, authentic and responsive.
If another actor was going to ask me if they should train with both feet, I'd definitely say yes. I think that it's just so different from all other forms of training, and I think the atmosphere that both feet create is just it's challenging, but at the same time it's really enjoyable.
That's what it's given me. It's given me that clarity of how to pull that together, how to pull that magic from Meisner that's sometimes a bit elusive, and it's just lit a fire again inside me that I just think, oh wow, this is how it works.
So that's kind of why we're called Both Feet. We're in with both feet.
We are. And we've also got...